Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Today I wanted to talk about birds, and it sounds strange, but lately there's been and it's kind of funny that I'm sitting in a bunch of trees here. I just drove around until I could find a spot where I thought I might not get rained on because it's getting ready to rain. Um, but anyway, I was thinking about a story about birds because lately, just left and right, they're kind of like coming at me, sort of metaphorically. But this morning, I remembered a conversation that I had with my tutor last year in my first year of graduate school of theology. And I was at a point where I was getting really, really frustrated because there's this saying that, the academic work involved in theology can make you lose your faith. And it didn't do that for me, and it hasn't done that for me, thankfully. But the rigor of the reading and the picking apart of scripture and the picking apart of different people's interpretations just was wearing me down, and I was so over it. And I thought, I can't be over it. I've got 2 more years. And just out of the blue, my sweet tutor, she said something to me. She said, "Cindy, do you know the poem by Emily Dickenson called Split the Lark?" And I was like, "No, I don't know. What is that?" And she kind of explained it to me a little bit, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's me. That's it. That's like what I'm feeling." And so I wanted to read it to you. And basically, Split the Lark. It's very short. It's only 2 stanzas, and Emily Dickinson writes about how there is this in human nature, there's this dangerous temptation to pursue knowledge, right? Like I'm doing in graduate school. And but this poem is specific to pursuing, not just pursuing knowledge in general, but sort of pursuing um, the beauty of something that is it really meant to be pursued. And so I kind of want to explain this to you. So basically, her poem about Split the Lark is, you have this beautiful bird, this lark, and it sings and it makes such a beautiful sound. And you have, maybe anybody like a scientist that wants to know what is inside of that thing that makes it so beautiful. And so she's basically saying that if you split the lark, like cut it in half, mutilate it, are you actually going to find what makes it so beautiful? And so let me read it to you here. Split the lark and you'll find the music, bulb for bulb after bulb in silver rolled, scantily death to the summer morning, saved for your ear when lutes be old. Loose the flood, you shall find it patent, gush after gush reserved for you, scarlet experiment, skeptic Thomas. Now do you doubt that your bird was true? And so basically, she is just writing that this pursuit of knowledge, this pursuit of understanding, which we all have, can sometimes be to our detriment. But actually, if you think about scientists, if you think about astronauts, if you think about theologians, if you were to ask a heart surgeon, when you went to medical school and you studied the anatomy of the heart and you learned the way it works, and you investigate, and the human body and how everything functions, do you think that they would find that whole system any less beautiful? And so Emily says that basically, if you cut the bird in half, the bird is going to die, and the beauty that you found in it is going to be lost. But actually, in Jeremiah 29:13, the scripture says, "Seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." And that is such an awesome promise from God, that actually God says that you can seek him, and that you will find him when you seek him with all your heart. And so it doesn't, no amount of academic work or anything like that, no amount of, I mean, certainly, as I study and I research, I do sometimes get to sort of dead ends. But that's the thing, that's the mystery of God, is that we are not ever meant to know all of everything about him, because he is not at all on our plane. But he does say that when we seek him, that we will find him. and we will find some dimension of him, just like an astronaut. We have an astronaut who's gone into space, and and I mean, it's extraordinary. They are scientists, and they go and they say it's not, you can't describe it. It's indescribable, and it's stunning. It's beautiful. So Google Split the Lark, the poem, look at it, see what it means to you, whether you think it's meant to be a good thing or sort of a bad thing. That's the beautiful thing about poetry, is that everybody gets to interpret it differently. But I just want to challenge you that if you are pursuing whatever your pursuit is, whether it's academic or at your work, that there is beauty in the process of discovering what seems so complicated, but that little by little, God reveals like just some little beautiful little pieces to that thing, because he made all of creation anyway. So anyway, go look up the poem and have a good evening. I will see you soon. Bye.